welcome back everyone to Pep's Pinnacle MMA Review, where we review my personal insights, predictions, and opinions on up-and-coming UFC fights. So this video is going to be about UFC 312, starring Dricus du Plessis against Sean Strickland as the main event of the main card. And I'm only going to have one prediction for this card of UFC 312, and that will be Dricus du Plessis versus Sean Strickland. So UFC 312 is going to take place on Sunday, 9th of February at 5 o'clock in the morning. That's when the main card is due to start, and that is South African GMT +2 time because I live in South Africa. That's why, yeah. And I think this is taking place in Kudos Bank Arena in Sydney, Australia. Now, I'm going to ignore the early prelims and the preliminary. I'm only giving the prediction on the main event. So let's check out Dricus' stats. So Dricus du Plessis, 22 wins, 2 losses. He's on a 10-fight win streak, and 9 of those wins have come by knockout, and 11 wins by submission. 11 wins by submission is very, very good. It means he's a submission artist, specialist. He also has incredible gas. His gas tank's incredible. He has a lot of stamina. His striking accuracy is abysmal. He doesn't have good striking accuracy, but when he throws a lot, and he makes the fight very messy, It's very awkward placement, but he does have very good kickboxing skills. He really demonstrated that in his last fight against Israel Adesanya, where he won in the 4th round by submission. His takedown accuracy is also quite good. He throws a lot of takedowns, and most of the time he's successful with it. We saw him execute various takedowns against Sean Strickland in their first match in January the 21st of 2024, and also against Israel Adesanya many times. Now, Dricus du Plessis is going to be defending his belt for the 2nd time, so there's also that added pressure of how long can he keep the streak going. But that shouldn't be an issue because he already defeated Sean Strickland, even though it was a split decision. In my opinion, Dricus did win he won those 3 rounds. The 3 rounds in question he did win. It wasn't a robbery. He won it. And in my opinion, Dricus will win this fight again with Sean Strickland. But let's just first analyze Sean Strickland's stats. So Sean Strickland has 29 wins, 6 losses, and 11 of those wins have come by knockout and 4 wins by submission. He also has 9 first-round finishes. Now, Sean Strickland throws almost no takedowns. He doesn't wrestle at all. He fights on his feet. He's a very good striker, brawler, and he's very good with his jab. He keeps that tight lock, tight guard, and his jab is phenomenal. That's what almost cost Dricus that fight, because he made a nasty bump on Dricus's eye, and that also caused some pressure for Dricus. But Dricus did take a few hits of his own and give Sean one black eye as well. Sean Strickland's striking accuracy is also quite good, and his takedown defense is, I would say, second to one. Not second to none, second to one. Israel Adesanya has the best takedown defense in my opinion, and that is can be critically analyzed, but Sean Strickland has the 2nd best takedown defense in entire UFC. You can really tell when Dricus first took him down in those beginning rounds back in October. Dricus took him down, and Sean just stood back up. He just stood back up, and many times, and then again when Dricus fought Israel Adesanya didn't technically stand up. He just dragged Dricus to the side of the cage and then stood up. Sean Strickland though has fought twice in 2024. So the fight he did after Dricus was against Paulo Costa, and he did win by split decision in June. And the fight went all the way. So Sean has fought many times, full 5 rounds of 25 minutes. So he's no stranger to running out of stamina. He has the stamina to go all the way. So my final verdict on this match will be that Dricus du Plessis will win against Sean Strickland, and it will be by unanimous decision. It won't be split, and I don't think it will be a TKO because Sean just has a steel jaw and he'll take everything. And I don't think Sean will do anything to Dricus that will enable him to win. Because Dricus has so many tools in his toolbox. He has the grappling, he has the jiu-jitsu, he has the submissions, he has the brawling, he has the kickboxing, he has etiquette as well. Even though his style is so awkward, it also plays in his favor. That awkwardness, you have to, as the opponent, you have to time his strikes with your own and analyze his behavior on the spot. And Dricus Duplessis makes a perfect example of just reverting everything back to a play school fight and just putting his head down and just swinging. But don't be don't be confused. His coach as well, Mornay Fisser. Mornay Fisser. He has very very good IQ. He analyzes also on the spot and he coaches Dricus in the ring as well. So it's also Mornay Fisser's genius that also comes to play with Dricus Duplessis' wins. And there is an argument that Sean Strickland can win against Dricus Duplessis, but I don't think that's possible. I recently seen his coach, Sean Strickland's coach, that is provide some insight into Sean Strickland's, the possibility that he could win, and that is that Sean Strickland does have very good jiu-jitsu skills. His grappling skills is quite good, and it is a tool in Sean Strickland's toolbox, but he has yet to use it because he just doesn't need to. But my opinion on that is, if you have that tool in your toolbox, you're going to use it at one point or another. If you are so good at jiu-jitsu, you're going to have to make use of that. And I do believe Sean Strickland is a heart-to-heart brawler. He's going to make the fight a stand-up fight. He even told Dricus, come on, Dutchman, let's make this a stand-up fight. Let's make a pact. And Dricus, as iconic as can be, said, the honor pacts between lions and men, inferring the fact that Sean himself is a man, but Dricus himself is a lion, and that separates the sheep from the wolves. So in my opinion, Sean Strickland is not going to do enough to win. He's not going to win on points, and he's not going to get a TKO. And I believe that Dricus will win by unanimous decision, and that if it's not unanimous, he will win by TKO in as early as the third round. He won't do it in the first two rounds because Sean Strickland will hang on. He will hang on. He will push. And I think that's the final verdict. Dricus Duplessis will retain his title at UFC 312 and successfully have 2 title defenses. And then I see Dricus moving onward from that. His next fight will be against Khamzat Chimaev. And Khamzat Chimaev will be a very, very good matchup against Dricus because Khamzat Chimaev has the best wrestling skills I've ever seen in my life. I mean, just look at what he did to Robert Whittaker and his jaw. He just tapped that thing and it went. So Khamzat Chimaev is the fight we all want to see Dricus go up against, because it will be Dricus putting his wrestling skills against, Dagestan mountain men wrestling skills. And if Dricus can do that, if he can win against Khamzat Chimaev, then I truly believe that, there is no more arguments that would not, be seen in the general public eye that Dricus is not the middleweight undisputed champion of the world. And many people believe that Dricus Duplessis is, because of his awkward fighting style, he's just winning on luck. He's winning on luck, but he's not. It is actual skills going into it. And most of these opinions are personal bias because Dricus is South Africa's champion. I'm South African, so I will have bias towards this. And if Dricus wins, I win as well because Dricus is South Africa's champion. Okay, that's my verdict on UFC 312. Thank you for listening.